Welcome in, Dark Hearts. I'm Wolfie.
And Mooney, and this is your Nerd Network News.
Who's ready for the most metal rigs, epic chase scenes across the desert, a completely unhinged Chris Hemsworth, and the badass backstory to Furiosa? Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, is finally coming to the big screen on May 24th. We've only been waiting 9 years to get this story.
The fast-paced, high-octane world of Mad Max has taken a little bit different story route. We're going to be delving into the backstory of Furiosa and how she became an imperator for Immortan Joe. This movie is of course directed, written, and produced by George Miller, who you know has made all of the Mad Max movies. And if you guys remember Mad Max Fury Road, Mad Max was just along for the ride. It was Furiosa's story.
I mean, after the original Mad Max, that's kind of been his formula. Stumbles into a town, gets involved in their politics, helps or hurts depending on the movie, and off he goes.
Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, is set before the events of Fury Road. The world is falling apart, and young Furiosa is snatched from the green world of many mothers and brought to the hands of Warlord Dementius. Honestly, it just looks like Chris Hemsworth just took his Thor costume and brought it with him to this set. You know, I'm noticing a really dry trend here of movies taking places in deserts.
And the trailer hints that perhaps what Furiosa was attempting to redeem herself for is potentially putting Immortan Joe in power in the first place, or at the very least teaming up with him in order to take out Chris Hemsworth. With how this film is going to span across a few decades of Furiosa growing up and becoming a badass warrior, I'm wondering if we're finally going to get an answer to when the bombs fell. If you guys remember, Mad Max the original was not an apocalyptic film, and the longtime fans have been speculating whether the bombs fell between 2, 3, since this film is going to cover such a range of years. Perhaps we'll finally get an answer to the sequence of events that led to the oceans drying up and the world becoming so insane.
We've been hearing about this 15-minute scene. It took 78 days to shoot and needed over 200 stunt workers. I am bubbling with excitement to see this scene, considering almost all of the action shots are extremely high-octane desert scenes.
I'm wondering how this is going to stack up to the sand twister chase scene from Fury Road.
Well, we're going to be able to find this out and fill up on some guzzling on May 24th. And until then, Dark Hearts, don't get caught in a sandstorm. You might just find a twister. NNN would like to thank our listeners for tuning in, and our radio sponsor, 1065 The Point.
Make sure you like and subscribe to darkheart_studios on YouTube, and follow our socials for full video versions of NNN, interviews, and live event coverage.
Thanks for listening, Dark Hearts. This is Mooney.
And Wolfie, signing off.